Hey everyone, I'm going to be talking to you today about these two backpacks. This is the Timbuk2 Authority Pack in jet black, and this is the Authority Pack Deluxe. So I'm going to go over the parts of the bag, the exteriors, the pockets, first on this pack, and then I'll show you the Deluxe, what the differences between the two are. This one I have packed up for work, so I'll show you how I have that packed, and then I'll talk about my opinions on the bags. So, starting with the Authority Pack. The Authority Pack is Timbuk2's current lineup of bags. This is their bigger bag that you can take to the office, but also go traveling with if you want. They advertise it as about a 28-liter bag, and I think that for me, it has been plenty big for what I like to take to work with me every day. On the front, we have here the Timbuk2 logo. This is on a little handle. You can put a carabiner in here. And then we have these two clips. Now these clips, you can expand them or contract them as much as you want. They can help compress the bag a bit, press it down like this. And if you wanted, you could take a jacket or a yoga mat, roll it up, and put it in between here. And it's nice that these clip and unclip because that's easy to put in. Some bags, they just, you have to uncinch and then cinch. Now, one thing about these clips though, is you can hear a little bit of a dangle. When I first got the bag, I was walking around and I heard that in every step, and I'm like, huh, what is this sound? I thought it was the key in my pocket. Turns out it ended up being this thing on the bag. So one of my friends recommended was sticking just a little piece of paper, some folded up sticky note I have in between, and now you can't really hear anything. This one still has the paper in, this one doesn't. Now, this might just be a problem with my copy of the bag. It might not be a problem with yours. It doesn't happen on my Authority Pack Deluxe. So, going to the handle on the top of the bag, this is a pretty squishy grab handle. It has some give to it. You can squeeze it, and I like the way that feels. It's a bit smaller than I want. I usually like something a bit wider, but it's pretty good. You can hang the bag up on a hook in the inside of the restroom wall if you're using the toilet, and it's a good handle overall. I wish they had a handle on this side. I like to have a side handle so I can grab the bag from the side if I'm storing it that way, but that's not a problem. On the other side here, we have a water bottle pocket. It's pretty snug up against the bag. It's not like all the way flat. Usually it has this shape that it holds, and it doesn't expand too far. It's a pretty tight pocket. But I have here this Camelback shoot bottle, and that fits in just fine. Have to use two hands though. It's pretty snug in there also, you'll see, so this isn't gonna go anywhere. Overall, I'd say it's a pretty good water bottle pocket, and I really like it myself. Now, looking at the back of the bag, we have here sort of a foam air channel. And the foam, it's a nice foam. I think it goes up against my back real good. The mesh is not the most breathable. When I wear this out in the sun, walking around outside and wearing a black shirt, then I'm gonna notice it gets pretty sweaty back here because it really goes up tight against my back. This air channel, I don't know if those actually do anything, but I still like the way that I have the feel of this on sort of the muscles in my back while my spine is kept open. The shoulder pads have that same mesh on the back. I think these are great. These straps fit well, they're comfortable. They have a sternum strap here that clips and has a little stretchy thing, and I think that that's just fine. You can adjust it. There are sort of three positions you can attach it to, and I think that it's a very good design. It works well for me, and they're removable if you unsnap this snap. Looking at the pockets, we have first for the zippers. All the zippers on the bag are this YKK zipper with the AquaGuard. This is the fabric AquaGuard, not the plastic one, but still I would feel very comfortable. The water resistance on here is fine, that I could walk around in Seattle and not worry if it's raining or if it's not raining when I'm going and visiting there. The zippers go down smooth, they go up, they have really nice zipper pulls. I really like these Timbuk2 zipper pulls. They're similar to what I've seen on other bags. In this front pocket, it's a bit of a square pocket. You can see how much of my hand fits in. I can pull out this key leash, bright red so you can see it, and you can stick your key on if you want to keep it easily to reach. Now, this isn't long enough that you're going to be able to wear the bag and then reach around and unlock the door. But if you take off the bag, you can hold it up to the door and unlock it without looking like you're just putting this up on the door. So I think that's a pretty good pocket there. I use it for the TSA more often than not. Over here we have this is the only the smallest zipper on the bag, still AquaGuard, and this is a zip compartment that goes about down to my knuckles. It's like this big, and in here I store some chapstick. Even though this bag isn't packed for work, I like having that chapstick around, it's useful. The front organizer panel pocket, the zippers go all the way down, but the pocket does not. It has this gusseting right here, which isn't my favorite, but it isn't a big problem. I've seen photos of people cutting these out of the Timbuk2 division pack, which has the same style here on the internet, and that seems pretty fine for them. This pocket, it goes down to here. It's got about an inch of clearance. You can fit some stuff in there. And it has your tech organizer panel right here. Now the seams for all of these are right there. That's as far as they all go. They all go to the same depth, but they have different height. So over here you have one, you have another pocket there. This one you have that AquaGuard, every zipper as I mentioned. That goes all the way down. You have this cell phone size pocket, 2 pen pouches. These pen pouches, by the way, you can't fit as big a pen as sometimes you want in there. They're kind of narrow, but you can easily get a Sharpie in. And then this one, which is the wider one, and that's where I tend to put my MacBook power cable, the charger. Moving into the main compartment. The zippers go about down to here. You have this tablet sleeve, notebook sleeve. It goes all the way down to the bottom. I can feel it here. There's no padding on the bottom of the sleeve, but the sleeve itself is padded. I tend to put in some notebooks because I tend to write at work, but if you had a tablet or a smaller laptop, you could fit that in too. The inside is pretty big. I mentioned that this, you can compress it down if you tighten these, but if you loosen them up, this squares off at the bottom. And inside, it's pretty spacious. I'm not sure how much you can see in there, but I can fit in, if I'm packing, about a medium-sized packing cube and a small-sized packing cube, maybe another medium-sized one if I want it tight for going traveling. Otherwise, you'll see how I have it packed for work a bit later. But this is a good-sized bag, and I really like the amount of stuff that I can fit in there. Oh, well, here's what could be a problem, the zipper pulls, but I was able to just get through there. The laptop pocket is at the back. It goes down to here, and it is a padded. You can see there's some nice padding in here. And at the bottom of this, it catches a little net. It is elevated off the ground by about 1 centimeter, so if you slam it, your laptop is not going to hit the ground. And in here, I put a 13-inch MacBook Pro, but you could easily fit a 15-inch and possibly even a 17-inch. So yeah, that is everything about this bag, the Timbuk2 Authority Pack. I'm going to keep it on hand for comparisons as I bring out the Authority Pack Deluxe. Now, this bag costs about $10 more. You can only get it on the Timbuk2 website. You can get this bag pretty much everywhere. And when I got this bag, I was wondering, would it be worth that extra $10? And I think it was. So the exterior fabric here, these are both a ballistic nylon, but this one is a Cordura fabric. The only non-deluxe color of the Authority that has a Cordura fabric is the Oxide Heather color, which I think isn't, I like a black bag, so I didn't get that one. But this is a nice solid fabric. It feels good, it's solid. The clips here are a bit shinier, so they have better reflection if you're walking around outside in the dark and you're worried about cars. The straps here, they're a smoother seatbelt style nylon, where this is just sort of a mesh webbing here. And the clip and the unclip. This over here at the bottom is the same material as the rest of the bag, but here it's like a faux leather. I like the way that it looks. I like the way that it feels. It's pretty good. The big difference on the outside is going to be this back panel. So over here where this bag had that mesh with the foam in it, this one has not mesh, but it's a big square pattern here. And it's still foam, it's a bit sturdier foam. Now I've been wearing this bag for about 2 months. I've been using this one for just about 3 weeks, so maybe this will start to give, but it really feels like it's a bit more sturdy on the back. It also has this luggage strap. This is a very tight luggage strap. So if you have a luggage handle and you put it over, it's gonna really stay there good. You can see it's staying on my arm pretty well. I have trouble putting this on most of my luggage with just one hand. I have to use a second hand to make sure the strap gets around the top. But I use Travel Pro brand luggage, and that stuff has larger handles for the ergonomics. The other exterior difference besides the materials in the back is just that on this bag you have some of that colored interior right here, as I mentioned. Now, what's probably the biggest difference between this bag and the normal ones, the non-deluxe, is going to be in this panel right here. So the front pocket on this had the organizer panel that I showed you with pockets in front of other pockets. This one, there are no pockets in front of other pockets. Here we have this mesh zipper, where I tend to keep in, oh, here's a pen, TWSBI Go. I'll get back to that later. I have this armband. I got my pills, chapstick. Over here we have the cell phone size pocket. I keep a Sharpie, and this is also going to be useful later. I have the two pen pockets right here where I keep the Bic B2P, the bottle to pen. They're all recycled. Now these pen pockets are actually smaller than on the other bag. Over here with the Sharpie, I can get the body in, but when I get to the cap, I really have to force that to get it through. So that's something to be aware of if you like thick pens. This is a TWSBI Go. It's a fountain pen that I use, and this one is just too thick. I can't fit that in, so that's why I stick it up here. Over here, we have a larger pocket. I keep my MacBook charger, and I also keep this power adapter at the bottom. It goes all the way down to the bottom here, so I like using this to sort of prop this up, because this is really what I'm accessing. And then in the front, I have a cable organizer that I use. Looking then into the rest of the bag, here is just a bottle that I have, a swill bottle. It fits in there pretty good. In the main compartment, this is exactly the same, but here's what I store. I got a sweatshirt hoodie that I use. If I take it off at work, I can put it in my bag, or I can walk between buildings and know that it's always there for me. I have my Bose QC35 headphones. I love those headphones. Noise canceling, very comfortable. They work well for me. Then I have a lacrosse ball that I use for massaging my back a little bit. A hairbrush in case I need to brush my hair. And an umbrella, because I grew up in a place where you always needed an umbrella just in case. Oh, and in the tablet sleeve, I have two notebooks that I use at work. That's why I actually care about the pens, because I use notebooks. Going then into the laptop compartment, this one is another difference between the two bags. The laptop compartment here goes down to about this far, where the laptop compartment here goes down a bit farther. And that's nice because I use a 13-inch MacBook as my computer, and here I can really reach down and grab it easily. So, these are the two bags. We have the Authority Pack and the Authority Pack Deluxe. It's about a $10 difference between the two. This one you're getting slightly higher quality materials. You're getting that back that's a bit more comfortable for me, and that has the luggage thing if you want to take this traveling. And then on the interior pocket, you have the different tech organizer panels. Now, I personally prefer the organizer panel on the normal bag. I think the one on the Deluxe really isn't as useful for me, but the other parts of the bag are good enough that I like to carry it anyway. Is this a bag that you should buy? If you want something that can hold as much stuff as I do, you like the sweater, or being able to fit a sweater or a few packing cubes, or maybe you want to stick your lunch or gym clothes, then this is a good size bag. And overall, I would recommend that either one of these are good, depending on whether or not you want to focus on sort of more organization inside, or the more features and the higher quality materials on this bag. So thank you very much. I don't know if I'll be putting any more videos like this out, but if you want to subscribing, hitting the like button, those are all good for me. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.